Hey folks, so I'm back and I'm on time this time. I'm on time, I'm prepped to go, I'm ready to go. Got one more minute before I can get started. How's everybody doing? So got a few people in here. Found myself another bag to use. This one's an unmarked bag. Hey Eric. So I got my 50 names here. I'm ready to go with my 50 names. I've got my roll right here. It's the American Trust Company, San Francisco, California. It's a 1956 Denver roll. I've not had one from this particular bank yet. So it's going to be something new, that's for sure. Hey, Mint State Numismatics. I got one right here. This little guy right here is for the wrapper itself. Yeah, I see it's miscut a little bit, but somebody will win the wrapper. This particular one. Now, don't forget, please don't forget to go ahead and smash that like button as soon as you come in, because, well, it won't be a problem for you forgetting later. And, well, of course, I know you like the broadcast, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, right? All right, so here we go. American Trust Company, San Francisco, California. We got 50 cents here, or at least they say it is. I get my trusty handy-dandy little tool here, and I will work on prying the paper away from the coins on the end. It's just rolled in, so once I can start getting it pried out, it just comes out real easily. It doesn't tear the wrapper, it doesn't tear up the coins, it doesn't do anything to the coins actually. It's made of plastic. There's that end. Let's work on the other end here. This end's going to be a little bit easier to get done. I'll turn these around so that the wrapper comes off over the coins. Hey, Jeremy. Jeremy, Joe Mcbride, Hawkeye, Eric Beyer, Wild Bill, Mint State Numismatics. Oh, looks like we've got a nice, bright, flashy roll in front of us here. This one's going to be exciting. No idea what's in it. Of course, because I just opened it, you can tell that. All right, so go into our bag, and we're going to grab a spot for coin number 1. Let's see what's in coin number 1. Eric Beyer. How about that? Happened to get a guy who is in here presently. Let's take a look and see what we get. Looks like got nothing on the mint mark area. Nothing on the eye. Liberty appears to be normal. Hey, Raymond. Back for more. Nothing that I can see on the reverse. So it appears to be that our first coin in the roll is going to be a normal 1956 D-Lincoln cent roll ender. And it's going to go to Eric Beyer. Oh, I write numbers on these because I don't have flip inserts yet. That's okay. We can live with it. No such thing as mistake in this world. They're all happy accidents. Alright, coin number 2. Grab a name for coin number 2. No spots left in this one, Jeremy. I'm sorry. Mr. Speaks gets coin number 2. Oh, it's a nice bright coin. Oh, you like the bright ones. Seems like a lot of this roll has outstanding luster. As it appears from here, it looks like they're going to have really nice luster. Really nice, bright, beautiful coins. Brian is on mute. He likes 56D rolls. Says his favorite's 55D. But he likes the 56D stuff. Because there's a lot of goodies to be found in 1956D. A lot of nice goodies. Alright, that's coin number 2. So far, we found nothing out of 2 coins. And coin number 3. Greetings and salutations, Mr. Fletcher. We'll go to Deanne. Let's get coin number 3 out for Deanne and see what's on it. Okay, let's see. We've got die scratches, angled die scratches between the 1 and 9 of the date. So that'll help us identify this die later on as we go through the roll. We'll have to determine whether or not there's a die variety on this. If there's not, then we'll know that die does not produce a die variety. Die variety being a double die, a repunchment mark. Double die obverse, double die reverse, repunchment mark, over mint mark, repunch date, over date. Of course, on modern series coins, such as a 20th century coin of Lincoln cents, you cannot get repunch dates because your date would have to be manually punched to begin with. Dates are not punched into the dies for Lincoln cents, they are hubbed in. There's no such thing as a repunch date or an over date being one date punched over another date. No such thing as either one of those for Lincoln cents by the nature of how they were made. Stephen Elliott gets coin number 4. What do we get on coin number 4 here? Well, I'm just seeing a nice clean roll of coins, but I'm not seeing anything come out of them that is worthy of note. There's a V-shaped die scratch to the left of the 1 on this die, which appears to be a normal die. We got a couple of die scratches coming up out of the middle of the forehead. No die variety yet. No die variety, and we haven't found anything of error note yet. Nice little die crack connecting the E of cent and the O of 1. But nothing else of note on that coin. One day we're going to hit a big roll of 1956D. I don't know when. Maybe today. Paul Hampton. Paul Hampton gets coin number 5. A total of 2 coins per person on average here, because that was my set limit. Got nothing here, but this one's got a nice long die scratch coming up out of the 9 of the date. So there's yet another die, which happens to be a normal die. $1956D is not known at all for having any double die reverses, so why do I still look at the reverse? Well, I look at the reverse because looking at the reverse gives us the opportunity, of the possibility anyway, of discovering a new double die. It also helps us recognize one coin to the next being minted from the same die so that we can secure the idea that it is an original roll. Additionally, there are errors that can occur on one side of the coin only, leaving the other side completely normal looking. And if you're only looking at the obverses, you would never know what the reverses look like. So for a number of reasons, I do look at both sides of the coin. Hello, Farm Dog. Hey, Hawkeye's going to get the next coin. It's going to be coin number 6. Hawkeye's coin number 6 looks like this. Okay, we got some east and west die scratches running through the date. This one looks like it's a really minor double split serif. Really minor split serif. Got a number of die scratches running through the date area. Let's just say an X-shaped die scratch intersection north of the 9. Very minor split serif RPM. I'll take a look at it later and I'll see if it maybe warrants listing or maybe it could already be listed. But for the time being, I think I'm just going to call it normal. It looks too minor to list. So there's that, and that's for Hawkeye. At coin number 7 will belong to Deanne. And coin number 7 looks like this. Okay, this is the one that has the long die scratch coming out of the 9 of the date. We've seen this die before. What is that down there? Okay. Got nothing going on there that I can see. Nothing in the mint mark area. We've got nothing on Liberty. Keep taking a look around the bow tie area, the ear, anything else. Looking for anything doubled. You never know what you might find on these. There's a lot of double dies out there being discovered every year. So just because a date and mint mark issue is not known for having double dies of one side or the other, don't discount it completely. You do still want to look, as there still is a chance you could discover something that has not yet been found or reported. Let's just put it that way. None of us like saying discovery coin, whether that be James Wiles or John Wexler or Ken Potter. We don't like calling things discovery coins, and the reason for that is because we don't know that your coin is the discovery coin. There could be a lot of people out there that have already found one of them that are just sitting waiting for a listing to apply their number to it. This is another one of that same die as the last coin that we just saw. So we'll check it for condition, take a look for any error anomalies. Saw die scratches on the neck there. And take a look at the reverse and see if we come up with anything on the reverse. We do have some minor spotting on this and other coins in the roll. We are seeing repeats of the same die over and over again, so we do know that this is an original bank wrapped roll. That is one good way of telling that you have an original bank wrapped roll, is that you get the same dies over and over again. So that's Joe McBride gets coin number 8 in the roll. Coin number 8. Now for coin number 9. Mr. Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher gets coin number 9. Let's take a look and see what we get there. Looks like it could be a very minor split upper serif. That's going to be very minor though. Probably going to turn out too minor to list, but I will take a better look at it later and I'll see. Nice headache we got going on there. Got a busted up die right on the forehead. We got cracks and chips. Nope, nothing else on this one. Do have a nice coin though. It is a nice gem coin. As are most of the coins in this roll. They are pretty nice coins. Just we're not coming up with any die varieties in this roll. Which that's just kind of not good. Alright, here's Shannon. Shannon McCord for coin number 10. Wow, this is a nice coin. You can just see it. When I put it up under the scope, I can see how bright it is. Really flashy coin. Definitely flashy coin. But we've got no die variety on this one. Take a look at the reverse and see if we happen to have anything on the reverse. And we've got nothing there. So, on to the next coin. That's Shannon McCord, coin number 10. Coin number 11 will go to Mr. Fletcher. There's Mr. Fletcher's coin number 11. What do we have going on here? Well, this appears to be that same die we've seen before. We've got a long curved die scratch coming up out of the 9. Another die scratch nearly parallel to it that heads toward the nose. So I'm kind of familiar with these dies. Getting there anyway. This will be the last coin reveal of the week. I'll go through all the coins that we've been through this week. I will try to get them attributed, get them together, get them packaged up and ready to mail today, so I can take them to the post office tomorrow. What doesn't make it to the post office tomorrow will go out on Monday. Coin number 12 goes to Shannon McCord. That was Jim Fletcher's last coin in the roll, and this one's Shannon's last coin in the roll. We got another one of those ones with the X-shaped die scratch intersection above the 9 of the date, and it has a minor split lower serif. Ooh, this one's a very moderate struck through grease. That's what that is. That's a struck through right there. You got no detail in the hair. That's because there was grease clogging the die while I was trying to mint coins. Maybe while I was trying to speak. Jeremy, yes, I did find those 2 nickel rolls. Have I not shipped them yet? I thought I shipped them already. I'll take a look for them and make sure that I've got them shipped to you. But I do have them. I thought I shipped them already. They may be on their way to you. Next coin goes to Hawkeye. Hawkeye gets lucky coin 13. On this Friday the 14th. It's okay, folks. Next month we'll have a Friday the 13th. Just not this month. It's another of the same die again. Got the long curved die scratch coming up out of the 9, then another one pointed toward the nose. So we're not going to have a die variety on this particular die, or on this particular coin, because it belongs to a die that we have already proven to not be a die variety. Just by looking at it very carefully. You've seen this number of times. This die scratch coming down out of the T, and we've got 2 of them over next to the E, 2 or 3 of them over next to the E. So we've seen this die a number of times. And that's coin number 13. Coin number 14. Not this month, Paul. We skipped a couple of weeks. And basically what I'm doing is I'm putting everything together as I can as I go along. We'll go back to the monthly in March. Farm Dog. We get the next coin. And it's coin number 14. Let's see what we got here. This is another one of the same die again. Again. We keep running the same die. See, there's that die scratch coming down off the T and a couple of die scratches next to the E. So we have run into a large amount of the same die. Over and over again. But that's a good thing. For one, it shows us that we're doing an original bank wrap roll. Silver nitrate. Silver nitrate will pick up coin number 15. And so far, we still lack finding any die varieties in the roll. It could be. It is a minor double eyelid. Yep, that's minor double eyelid right there. I'll just see if I can match it up to any of the ones that are already listed. There we go. Alright, so let's try to find a marker or two on this to see if we can pull other ones like it. It's a relatively early die state coin. Looks like we've got... it's kind of hard to tell what we got going on. Let's see, we got some die scratches in and around the date area, but none of them appear to have any specific pattern. Okay, there is one going from the lower 5 down to the rim at about 5 o'clock. Mint mark is rather high and equidistant from the 9 and the 5. There are some die scratches going from the 1 to the chin. And so that's going to tell us that we have a doubled eyelid. A couple of stronger die scratches around the Y of Liberty. Alright, let's flip it over and take a look at the other side. We have a die 1 for the day. This will be a minor doubled eyelid. Doubled die. Have a bunch of deep die scratches next to the P of pluribus. So that'll mark the reverse for us very well. And that's what we have so far. Have one double die obverse. Belongs to silver nitrate. Coin number 15. That'll be our die number 1 for the day. Mike Birchman gets the next one. It's going to be coin number 16. Let's see what we've got for Mike. It's kind of an interesting looking coin, but it's not a die variety on the mint mark anyway. See anything going on there? Is this another one of the same die? Woohoo, look at that. Bam! We ran into a nice double eyelid right there. Wow, that sucker's huge. That is definitely not the same die. This one's much nicer. Come on, focus. There we go. Get us all focused in, and then I move it out of the way so that you can't see it. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that something? I flip it back around, take a good look at it again. Right there. Nice, nice, nice doubled eyelid right there. Let's get a good marker off of it so that we know that we're looking at that die again when we do find it again. There is some chance we could have passed by one or two of these already, so I'm going to make sure that I check really closely in the roll to be sure I'm not missing anything when we pass back through. I don't see anything for particular markers to pick up on this one. Okay, there we do have one. We have a little die gouge coming up off the vest to the west of the 1. That's a small die gouge. It's an unremarkable die gouge, but it is there nonetheless, and we can use it as a marker. But heck, that doubled eyelid really stands out well. A very nice one. Alright, well that's Mike Birchman's coin. Let's take a look at the reverse real quick and see if there's anything on the reverse that we need to talk about. We do have markers. We have plenty of markers on the reverse. This one does not have the die scratches next to the P like the other one does, so that does prove it is a different reverse die. Okay, so on this one, on the reverse side, we're going to use... let's see, what can we use? That's a really nice marker, something really good. Hello, Carabelle. We do have some die scratches in America. Makes this one a little bit easier to pull. Oh, wait a minute, there we go. It's a nice heavy die scratch coming up out of the N of United over toward the left wheat. So we'll take that as our marker for the reverse on this very nice doubled eyelid. I'm not sure that I've ever seen one that strong for 1956D. This could be a new die. Very, very nice. Alright, so let's move on to coin number 17. See what we come up with out of coin number 17. That'd be for Mr. Worley. Let's see what Mr. Worley ends up with. I'm going to go to the eye first. Well, it's not the eye. This is that split headache. And we've seen this die before. We will be able to recognize it next time because there is a large die spot. It's a die hit right above the R of Liberty. And then we've got this nice array of die cracks over the orbital of the eye and through the temple area into the hair to the top of the ear. And let's see on the reverse. What do we have on the reverse? It doesn't appear that we have anything going on the reverse of this coin, which will tell us to move on to the next coin in the roll. And that's for Mr. Worley. I got somebody dinging me. I don't know who it is and don't really care right now. Mr. Worley gets coin number 17. It is a normal coin, but it is a nice one. And now for coin number 18. Coin number 18. Oh, hey, look at that. We got the wrapper. The wrapper will go to Mr. Worley. There we go. The wrapper goes to Mr. Worley. Nice solid wrapper. Good one. It's only got a marking on it once, though. That's kind of interesting that it's only once down the length of the wrapper. It's really kind of cool, though. I've not seen a wrapper from this particular bank before. This is a nice one. All right, let me pull for coin number 18. That'll be Mr. Marshall, new Marshall in town. Coin number 18. Let's take a look at the coin and see what we get. What do we have here? It looks like we're going to end up with a normal coin. I keep looking around here. Got nothing so far. Looks like some sort of an issue from the counter. Can we get 20 likes today? We have 21 watchers. We're up to 15 likes. Got 20 watchers and 15 likes. Do I hear 16? Eric Beyer gets the next coin in the roll. It'll be coin number 19. We've got 16 likes. We're down to 19 watchers, though. Alright, here's another nice one. This one is not one of the doubled eyelids. Well, let's see here. And nothing going on with that coin. Get that muck off of it before I put it in the flip. There we go. And that was coin number 19. Let's pull for coin number 20. We have found a total of 2 different doubled dies so far. This is Mike Birchman here. One of them is a nice, really nice doubled eyelid, and the other one is a more minor doubled eyelid. Both are doubled eyelids. No repunchment marks so far, which is a bit surprising for 1956D. Generally expect to find a few RPMs here and there. We haven't really found much of anything for RPMs yet. And let's see if we have anything on the reverse. Nothing remarkable that I can see. Hey, on to the next coin. Oop, that was coin number 20. Mr. Birchman. On to coin number 21. Coin number 21 will be Adam Chambers. See what we can get for Mr. Adam here. This is that one with the big V-shaped die scratch next to the 1. So we've seen this before. And we're getting nothing out of here. Well, that was coin number 21. Let's try for coin number 22 and see what happens. Coin number 22 goes to Mr. Worley. And coin number 22 is... It's another one of those big V-shaped die scratches next to the 1. So we're not going to have anything on this coin either. That thing on the top of the end was a bit of a die clash. Happens sometimes. Dies hit each other without a coin in between them, and they impose their design onto one another. And then as the die continues minting more coins, that starts to wear out. But it never goes away. You can always find, for heavy die clashes, you can always find some evidence of them on the die. So Joe Mcbride comes next. What do we have for Joe Mcbride? Another non-variety coin, because we have that die scratch pairing. It's not a die variety. Let's see if perhaps it could be a minor error of some sort, or even a major error. I could deal with a major error. Let's say the reverse side of this would be like flipped upside down or totally blank, or something we wouldn't have any idea what we were going to get into before we actually flip it over and take a look at it. Could have been a nice big lamination peel. Could have been pretty much anything. Never stop at the obverse alone. That was coin number 23. Let's take a look for coin number 24 and see what happens. Coin number 24 goes to Robert Adams. And let's see what we have on here for Robert Adams. This one appears that it's going to turn out being one of my doubled eyelids. It's the minor doubled eyelid, the smaller of the two that we've been finding so far. It's just got a little dot right there under the normal eyelid. Appears to just be a very small doubled eyelid. So we have another example of the doubled eyelid. This is our second one of those. This one is one that we call die 1 for the day. Got a little bit of grease going on over here, filling in a little bit of the right wheat. So there we have it. We got two doubled eyelids for die number 1. We got one for Robert Adams, and we've got one that went to silver nitrate. Don Harmon. Don Harmon's going to get coin number 25. And I'll stop for my short break after coin number 25. Ooh, let's see. We've got the V-shaped die scratch on this one next to the one, so we're not going to have anything on this coin. No double die, no repunchment mark, nothing up my sleeve. Presto. Let's take a look and see if we have anything error-wise on the reverse of this coin. I don't see anything yet. Not yet. The 2020s, no, we didn't find anything on the 2020s. We just found 50 nice looking coins. But yeah, it is what it is, right? We keep searching, we keep looking. That's what we do. We're coin roll hunters. Time for a commercial break. Be sure to check out and subscribe to Mantic Coins on YouTube, where host Shay Hoffmaster takes you through a fun-filled tour through numismatics to include coin auctions, educational videos, live roll hunts, and much more. Come join in the educational fun with Shay. Search Mantic Coins on YouTube and subscribe today. The best in online auctions just got better. Now you can enjoy Coin Night live auctions twice weekly with the addition of CNLA Weekend Edition with your host, Jessica Johnson. All the same excitement and the same great deals with a new host and at a new time. Come join in the fun this weekend. And we're back. Better than ever, right? Let's go ahead and pull for coin number 26. See what happens for coin number 26. Jeff Dunn is the recipient of coin number 26. Hello, Blues Coins. I heard you guys made it cold out there in the West. Why would you want to go do a thing like that? Turn the heat back on. This is going to be a normal coin here because we have those die scratches. We got one running up from the 9, then we've got another one that actually points to the nose. So there's the one running up from the 9, there's the other one that points to the nose. We know this die pair. No, sir, you can keep your own weather in your own yard. I have mine. Thank you very much, sir. I have no need. Heck, you know, for me, I'm not even getting my own weather. Tell you the truth. Raleigh, North Carolina is known for having, roughly 3 to 5, maybe 10 inches of snow per year. They'll get it in 1 or 2, maybe 3 different snowfalls. I know snow season isn't over yet, but we've not seen anything close to snow. And it's already the middle of February, so. Coin number 27 will go to Robert Adams. Coin number 27 to Robert Adams. Let's take a look and see what we've got here. We have been finding one really nice doubled eyelid so far in this roll. And this one's not going to be either. This is going to be the V-shaped die scratch next to the 1, which is going to amount to literally nothing on the coin for die varieties. So 2 different double dies already. The 2 different double dies are both double die obverses. They're both doubled eyelids. One of them is rather minor, just a small dot. The other one is humongous. The other one's really cool. One that I'm not even sure I've seen an example of before. Not sure it's even listed. But it's really nice nonetheless. Alright, and that's Robert Adams, coin number 27. Let's move on to coin number 28. See what happens there. Wild Bill. Wild Bill gets coin number 28. See what we got on it. What is this? It's a normal coin. Has those 2 die scratches, one coming up off the 9, the other one pointing to the nose. So it is a normal coin. Why is it that we keep running into the same die over and over again and it's not a good die? Why can't we be running into that doubled eyelid over and over and over again so everybody happens to get one? This was the first die we found in the roll. And this is yet another example of that first die from the roll. And it amounts to a nice uncirculated 1956 D. Lincoln cent and nothing more. Alright, so coin number 29. Let's see what's on coin number 29. This one's going to go for matting. Matting, here is your long distance request. This one's got that V-shaped die scratch next to the 1, so we've got another nothing coin. But it is nice and bright. It's a pretty coin. This doesn't have any kind of a die variety on it, unfortunately. Well, the way I do it, Time Traveler's Coin Exchange, is I tend to look at everything, but I don't do it in quite the manner that I'm doing it here. Basically, what I'll do is I'll lay out half of the roll. I've got a stick. a fluted stick that I use. Most of you have seen it. And this is what it looks like. It's a 1x2 piece of ash. It's been fluted in the middle at 3/4 of an inch, and it's long enough to put 25 coins onto it. And I put my coins on that, and I put them all, let's say all of them face up, and then I'll go through all of that. I'll just slide it all under the microscope and look at it. And then I've got a second one that I put on top of it, flip it over, so I can see the reverses. And I go back through everything, look at the reverses. So I'm recognizing dies, one coin to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and I'm kind of doing it rather quickly. And so, do I look at everything? Of course I look at everything, because I don't really have a whole lot of choice when I'm sliding a whole bunch of coins under a microscope. So that's just kind of how that works out. Marshall gets the next coin. It's going to be coin number 30. Coin number 30 for Mr. Marshall. Let's take a look at it and see what it is. Yes, I really like how bright some of these coins are. This is going to be a minor doubled eyelid. It's going to be one of the minor doubled eyelids. I can see that die dot right between the bottom of the 9 and the bottom of the 5. That's my marker for that. The little die dot right there. And there you can see the doubled eyelid right there. If you look really carefully inside the opening of the eye, looks like the eye is a Pac-Man about to chew a dot. And the dot the Pac-Man's about to chew is our doubled eyelid. So this is the more minor of the two doubled eyelids we've been finding in this roll, and this one is the third example of that doubled eyelid. I am checking these coins for orientation as I go through them. I'll flip them directly over. There's our die scratches that we announced on the initial find of this die. So we could be finding these by reverse alone, looking for these 5 die scratches. 5 little die gouges above the P of Pluribus. And this will be Marshall's coins, coin number 30. It is the third example of the minor doubled eyelid that we've been finding in this roll. Let's move on to the next, Chuck Patello. Chuck Patello is coin number 31. And coin number 31 is... This is the die scratches up out of the 9. So this one's going to be a nothing die. Normal die. Now, see, this could have a major lamination peel on the reverse. This one could have a staple struck into the coin. It could have pretty much anything, and we have no clue. And if we stopped here because we know that there's no double die obverse or repunch mint mark, we could be totally losing out on a really nice error on the reverse. Which this one doesn't happen to be, because I've already looked at the coin as I was laying it under the scope, and I don't see a staple back here. I don't see a nail head or anything like that sticking out of the coin. And, well, half the surface of the coin isn't missing because it peeled away. So we have nothing this time, but we didn't know that before we flipped it over, right? You got a kitchen to clean? How many pennies are you going to find while you're cleaning your kitchen? Another 14? You have a great day, Blues. Rudy Alfaro's next, coin number 32. Got coin number 32 coming up. Rudy Alfaro is the owner. And we're going to end up with another example of the same die again. The die scratch coming up out of the 9 and another one pointed toward the nose. So we have no variety on this side. We got no variety on the other side, but let's see if we have any errors. Anything worth mentioning? Nothing there. Your couch likes to collect coins. Well, buy expensive ones for the couch. That way the couch will be nice and comfy for you. I mean, kind of like a dog. If you buy it bad food, you're just going to get nothing but bad dog, right? Next one coming out is going to be for Vidal. Vidal is first-time participant. We'll get lucky coin number 33, and we'll see what coin number 33 has to provide for our first-time participant in these roll reveals. It's going to be one of the minor doubled eyelids. You can see the little die dot next to the 9, next to the lower 9 of the date. So we go up here, and we're going to see our... There it is, right there. Minor doubled eyelid. So I'll go on around and I'll check and I'll see if there's anything else of error concern anywhere on the coin so that we will know exactly what we have when I put it in the flip. It is likely that one of these coins from this die will end up becoming a new plate coin for Coppercoins because I don't have, there are a number of doubled eyelids already listed, and I don't have larger images for most of them. So this could turn out to be a plate coin. Possible. Plate coin simply means that I have used a photograph of that coin, publishing images on Coppercoins. Jeff Duncan's going to get the next coin. When I send you your coin will have an annotation saying that it is a plate coin. It will have my signature under it just to verify that that's the truth. Okay, this one's a little bit different. Let's see. It's going to be one of the normal coins in the roll. Normal die. No die variety. Oh, here it is. We've got our pair of die scratches, one in the 9, one toward the nose. So this is yet again another example of the same die that we've already seen a number of times now. I don't even know how many times we've seen this die, but I would have to say at least 10 to 15. And it doesn't happen to be anything, or we would be sitting in tall cotton. With this roll anyway. That's coin number 34. Let's pop out coin number 35 and see what happens there. Chuck Patillo is going to get coin number 35. I'm going to cheat. You know why? Because I can. Okay, we've not seen one of these in a little while. This has got the X above the 9. It is a minor split serif RPM. I will be taking a better, closer look at these a little bit later on to see whether or not it's something I can list. If it is something I can list, I'll find all of these in the roll and I'll pull them out and list them as RPMs and put you new flip inserts in there. Otherwise, they're just going to come back to you as normal coins because they would be too minor to list. And coin number 36. Coin number 36 will go to Steve looking for silver, who's currently looking for copper. And what did he find? Not a doubled eyelid. This is another of the same die again. The die scratch coming up from the 9, another one pointed toward the nose. You see, it kind of gets tiring after a while, right? You know? You keep hearing me say that same thing over and over again as I'm going through this roll. Well, that's just kind of what the tedium of the process is. And the tedium of the process is that you're going to run into a lot of stuff that's just not the best stuff in the world, right? And you're going to keep running into it over and over again. But there's going to be times that you're going to get into a roll and you're going to keep running into the good stuff time and time again. So that was coin number 36. Let's pull coin number 37. Coin number 37 will go to Don Harmon. Coin number 37 for Don Harmon. And we have... There we go again. Same die again. So we've got no variety on this die. Look how clean the face is, though. It's a really nice looking, clean face. Not very many marks at all. Of course, that's going to be ruined by blotches in the field, but you know, we try, right? We try so hard to get what we want, but sometimes you get what you need. It is exciting when you find something. That's what keeps us doing it. Of course, if we never found anything, we wouldn't be very excited about doing this process. But the process is fun to some people, including myself. I mean, I'm not really big on the tedium of a whole bunch of split serif RPMs and doubled eyelids, but I am big on the process of finding stuff in these rolls. So we got coin number 38 is going to go to Kevin Speaks. And let's see what Mr. Speaks gets. That wasn't easy to say. Let's see what Mr. Speaks gets. And we're looking at a normal coin, unfortunately. This is... It's a die I'm not 100% familiar with, but it doesn't have anything on it, so we're just going to keep moving. It's going to be another one of the dies in the roll. There's a little bit of a lamination peel, it appears, on the reed. No, that's a little struck through right there. That's struck through grit of some sort. "15 doubled finger 2009s in a row." Wow, that's really cool. I still have my number one roll ever. It wasn't a valuable roll, but it was an exciting roll. It was 2002. I bought a 1960D roll at a show in Springfield, Missouri, and took it home, opened it up, poured it out, started going through it, found an RPM, another RPM, another RPM, another RPM, another RPM. By the time I got done with that roll, 48 of the 50 coins were RPMs. And it was a bank wrapped roll. So there you go. This coin number 39. 39 will go to Wild Bill. It does happen once in a while, you know. It's not going to happen every day, but... Well, it could happen every day. This is going to be one of our doubled eyelids. It's one of our minor doubled eyelids. You can see the die dot next to the lower 9 of the date. All right, pull up here, and I turn it just a little bit that direction. You can see that the light plays with it just right, that you can see the dot out in front of the opened eye. So this one is going to be a listable doubled eyelid. It just depends on whether or not this has already been listed. So I'll have to use all these little markers that I'm finding all over the coin to determine whether or not this one has already been listed. If not, well, it'll be a new listing, and I'll get the nicest condition coin out of this roll and use it as the plate coin. So Wild Bill's got a chance at another plate coin here. And we're going to go on to coin number 40. Coin number 40 will be Steve looking for silver. And what do we get? Another one of them. You can see very clearly that little die dot right next to the bottom of the 9, just to the right of the bottom of the 9. That's going to tell us that we've got another one of these. Little doubled eyelid right there. A little bit of doubling right out in front of the eyeball. Let's take a look at the reverse on this one and see if we get anything off of it. Anything of particular note? I'm not seeing anything. I've also gone through rolls before where I've been, 25, 30, 35 rolls in to the roll, the coins into the roll. And I realized, oh, wait a minute. This is a double die reverse. I've seen a lot of this die, and I didn't pick up that it was a double die reverse. So, you never know. Sometimes you end up discovering things in your roll just because you're persistent about looking at every coin. So this is coin number 41 here. Coin number 41 will go to AgNO3, which is silver nitrate. There's another one of them right there. Another minor doubled eyelid. I'd love to be able to find more of those nice doubled eyelids. There's a really nice one. Came out of the roll, and it's only one coin so far. Alright, let's take a look at the reverse here. Nothing of note coming off the reverse. That's coin number 41. We've got another doubled eyelid. Well, let's take a look at coin number 42 for Farm Dog. Coin number 42 for Farm Dog turns out to be... Oh, it's not one of the minor doubled eyelids. It's not one of the 9 things. It could be a major doubled eyelid. Could be. Is it? Is it? No. It's not. Not one of the big doubled eyelids. This is one of the normal dies. Haven't figured it out yet. Oh, okay. This is the one that's got the die scratches coming down. Diagonal die scratches coming down between the 1 and the 9 of the date. We've seen 1 or 2 of this die so far. Not very many, that's for sure. Okay. Got nothing on the obverse. Let's take a look at the reverse real quick. Nothing so far. So Farm Dog gets coin number 42, and that's going to be a normal coin. Let's take a look at coin number 43. Steve Elliott. Steve Elliott gets coin number 43. Let's see what he gets. Well, let's see. We got the V-shaped die scratch next to the 1. So we know this one is going to be a normal die. Let's see if it happens to be any kind of an error that's worthy of note and discussion. Well, this one's got some pretty big scrape marks on it. It's one of the first coins I've seen so far that would almost come close to being called damage. Nothing there. So that's going to be coin number 43. Let's take a look at coin number 44. Coin number 44 will go to Vidal. This is Vidal's second coin and last coin in this roll. Let's see what we come up with for him. Okay, this one's got the die scratch 9, so it's going to be a normal coin, unfortunately so. Get ourselves a really nice double die obverse to get all excited about, and we only find 1 of them in the roll. We've got 6 more coins, so hopefully in that 6 more coins we'll find at least 1 more of them. Be nice if all 6 had that die. That would be cool. Alright, Vidal Gonzalez got coin number 44. Turns out to be nothing special. Coin number 45. Go to Rudy Alfaro. See what Rudy gets. Well... Okay, this one's got the diagonal die scratch going through the 1 of the date, but it appears that it could be pretty much anything so far. I'm not familiar with this one. I wish I were. I would show just how fantastic I am at this, but I am not that fantastic. Sometimes I do forget things. I'm pretty sure we've seen this die before. A little bit of a double rim going on there. That is a very slight misaligned obverse die. It does not hold any premium value. They're too easy to find. Nothing up my sleeve. Rudy gets a normal coin. That's going to be coin number 45. I believe it was, yeah, coin number 45. To write that on here real quick. There we go. Rudy gets coin number 45, then coin number 46 will belong to Paul Hampton. Coin number 46 for Paul Hampton. Let's take a look at it and see what we get. Come on, double dice. Come on, double dice. Nope, this one's going to be the die scratch 9. So being that it's a die scratch 9, we know we have a normal coin and not a die variety. Move that over just a little bit so I'm a little closer to it, so you guys can hear everything I say. You're getting sleepier and sleepier. Yes, if anybody's got their got their coworkers listening to me now, they'll be falling asleep too. Everybody falls asleep when they listen to Chuck. What was it? You called me Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Was it ASMR? Is that the is that the abbreviation? I had to go look it up. I had no idea what it was. I went and I looked it up. I found out that ASMR is it's an abbreviation for a rather lengthy scientific term that has to do with the ability to calm people with your voice or actions or noises, specific noises. And usually it's just a very calming voice, and a lot of times people don't even they don't realize they have it. It just happens. So coin number 47 goes to Midnight Silver Run. Midnight Silver Run gets, it's another one of the 9 die scratch coins. So we got another one of the 9 die scratch coins. It's not going to be a die variety, but let's check it real quick for errors and other nice things that could come off of a beautiful coin. Do have a little bit of a problem with the field on the right side of the obverse. It's going to knock it down in grade considerably. We're looking at probably a 63 or 64 coin that does have a nice little struck through right above the ES of states. There's our signature die scratch going down out of the T. Other one's up next to the E of 1. We've got that vertical die scratch next to the C of cent. First time noticing this. This die also has a rim cud. Rim cud running from the top of the wheat to the E of E pluribus unum. Well, I appreciate that, Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. I like being able to be people's medicine. Whether it be a medicine for a fix to see more coins, or medicine to help your headache. I'm happy to be here. Madding gets coin number 48. So coin number 48. Let's take a look and see what it is. What do I see here? Okay, this has got the V-shaped die scratch next to the 1, so this is going to be another one of our normal coins. We are getting a lot of the same die over and over again. Same 2 dies, actually, over and over again. That's a scratch on the coin there. which unfortunately happened to be very normal dies, very normal die pairs that have no die varieties on them, so we're begging to the mercy of the error gods to give us nice errors on these, and we're not finding that either. So basically what we're ending up with out of this is going to be some nice uncirculated coins, a couple of minor doubled eyelids. We've got one minor doubled eyelid that we found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of, and then a very nice doubled eyelid that we've only found one of. Kind of makes me a little nervous when we go through an original roll and only find one. Makes me a little bit nervous. Adam Chambers. Adam Chambers gets coin number 49. Diffuse light source for what? For film, like what I'm doing here, or diffuse light source for your microscope? Because both of those can be resolved. It's not a big issue. Any light source works, then you just diffuse it with whatever it takes to diffuse it. I got all excited thinking that we were going to have another doubled eyelid, and we don't. This is that one that is a minor split lower serif. That's what this is. I'll have to take a good close look at them later to see if it's something that I can deal with. Yeah, I literally diffuse the lighting that I use during my filming with a piece of bond paper. Seriously, that's all it's diffused with. My microscope light is actually diffused with a milky coin tube, because I have a nice dual fiber optic light guide going from a halogen light over to the microscope. But the light is way too harsh for coins. The last coin in the roll goes to Midnight Silver Run. And let's write a 50 on here. And that's Midnight Silver Run. Coin number 50. And let's take a look at the coin real quick. This side, of course, is going to be pretty nice. It's going to be one of our minor doubled eyelids. So we only ran into one of the major doubled eyelid in this entire roll. This is one of the minor doubled eyelids here. We run into better than a half dozen of these. The reverse is going to be a little messed up simply because it was a roll ender. I can take care of this though. I mean, it's got some haze on it. And that haze will come off real easily. See how just rubbing on the coin has made it that, see how much shinier that little rubbed spot is? Watch. Midnight won't mind this at all. My magic solution. Watch this. This is some good stuff. It's called xylene. It evaporates faster than alcohol. Just takes one little swipe. Then I kind of just let it evaporate here real quick. Then I put the coin back under here. Much brighter. It's taking a lot of that gunk off of it. There's our marker, our 5 little die scratches, die gouges for the minor doubled eyelid that we've got. And so the stuff, I've shown it before. We're done, so let me change cameras here real quick. Hang on. Get things taken care of one thing at a time. I don't get myself ahead of myself. I hate being ahead of myself. I need to change flips. This flip is busted. Sometimes these flips are kind of brittle, and they just, you know, they're like, see that right there? I hate it when they do that. So I threw them away. Move on to another one. World's not worth a 10-cent flip. You know what I'm saying? All right, there we go. Let me change my other camera. And we're back. Now I'll show you this stuff. Find some of it for your own. It's science grade xylene. This is ACS grade. This is a 500 milliliter bottle, so it's a half of a liter. I've had this for about 2 years, and you can see how much of it I've used in 2 years. You do need to keep the lid on it and keep it tight, because this stuff will evaporate faster than alcohol. Really fast evaporation. Put it on a Q-tip. You rub it very gently on the coin. Don't scratch the coin. And it takes off all of the hazy film you get on the coin. Now, don't put it on proof coins. Just use it on regular mint state coins that are nice and red. The xylene does not change the color of the coin. Now, let me interject in that. You cannot put this on the coin and leave it on there. You can't soak the coin in it. You can't put it on there and just rub and scrub, because you will change the coin if you do that. What we're looking for is something that you're basically just like taking a cloth and wiping it off real quickly. And you don't want to use a cloth because you'll scratch the coin, but xylene won't scratch the coin if you're using a Q-tip fully impregnated with the xylene. This is what it looks like. You can't really tell, but it's fully soaked wet with the xylene. Just rub it right across the coin and it takes care of it. It doesn't harm the coin in any form or fashion, but there are coins that are not good for xylene. Something that you have to learn, and I just showed you one of the reasons why you can use xylene safely on roll-ender coins that get a little hazy because they are the roll-end coin. You can actually do a pretty good job of getting the haze and other off the end. Roll that way, point on the end of the roll. And also wake up toning on it. Sometimes when there's toning that's kind of powdery looking and it doesn't quite look clear, rub a little bit of this on there, real lightly, real gently. Out. You like to clean coins with chloroform? Yeah, I would do that in a very, very well ventilated area with a mask. I know one guy who said that one of the secrets to turning brown coins red. I was listening very intently because I was wondering what he was going to say, just to hear the story. He says, yeah, it works. It's very effective. It's a very good method for making brown coins turn red, but it'll kill you dead in a second if you breathe it. Oh, great. Wonderful. It's like, what is it? Oh, cyanide gas. Oh, cyanide gas. Okay. Cyanide gas is supposed to reverse the process of oxidation so that you deoxidize the coin, or basically taking copper and turning it back to red from its brown state that it turns. Because, I mean, let's face it, the natural thing for copper to do is turn brown. Oxygen and copper don't get along any better than that. So as copper oxidizes, it is definitely going to turn off of its bright red color that it started. The cyanide gas is supposed to reverse that, but you have to do it in a vacuum. You can't do it with any air present, because then you have the oxidant actually in contact with the coin the entire time you're trying to deoxidize. It doesn't work out well. Yeah, the things we do for the love of coins. Let's just kill ourselves so we can have some red coins. And I actually have never tried the cyanide gas, and I recommend that nobody ever try that. I don't even know what the guy was thinking, but he was a metallurgist and he knew how to deal with metal. Whether he ever learned to deal with the chemicals, I have no idea whether the guy's even still alive. That would be one good tell. Hey, it is what it is. Some of you might have noticed a difference in my appearance. Oh, I didn't change shirts. I got my hair cut. You go back to the previous show, you'll see that I have received a haircut. Time of my last broadcast to this one. A little traveling to do this weekend, and I hate traveling with longer hair. To have my hair cut before I go. Well, we're done with the roll. And here we are, finished with the roll, and now we've got 27 viewers online. Never ceases to amaze me that we can begin a roll, and I'm halfway through the roll, and we've only got 10 viewers, and then I'm finished and done. Out of jokes, I'm out of stuff to perform, and 20 people show up, just like that. Is it my second haircut this year? I don't remember whether I'd gotten one already this year or not. Next week's reveals. I don't know yet because I'm going to a show this weekend. I may actually pick up some goodies. But save that. I do have some 1984 rolls. We're probably going to try a 1984 Philadelphia roll. I do have some 1995 Philadelphia rolls. They're all original bank wrap rolls. So we might try some of that and see what we come out with. I had a good one when I got back from a big show. Good tan haircut and new lips. I don't know. I don't ever go outside. How I could get a tan. Lupus kind of keeps me from really wanting to be outside much because if I get a sunburn, I could be in danger. That's another one of the reasons why living in Florida really wasn't all that fun for me. I got darker over a period of time just because I would get 5 or 10 minutes exposure here and there. But if I ever get a sunburn, I'm in trouble. I couldn't go out to the beach or anything, spend any real time at the beach. I lived a little better than a year. I lived like 3 miles from the beach. And for another 10 years, lived more like 7 or 8 miles from the beach. I rarely ever went to the beach except at sunset. Well, I'm getting to a point where I really need to get this stuff done. I need to get my wife out to dinner, so I'm going to have to. My gray's getting higher on the side of my head. Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, that plus I'm nearly bald over here. Like very little hair at all. It works for me. I don't really care. Hair is just hair. It's what's inside here that counts, not what's up here. But I'm good with it. I appreciate you pointing that out, Paul. All right, folks, I'll see you guys later. You guys have a great weekend. Don't forget that you've got Jessica coming up at 3 o'clock Central Time on Sunday, right here on this channel. And I'll be back next Tuesday for the Coin Night Live auction. I will have some announcements to make around then, or I may actually make a video between now and then, start giving some announcements of things that we're going to be changing. Coppercoin. They will be good changes. You will like them. Anyway, I appreciate it, folks. I'm going to get back to work. I will be back Tuesday.